Good day, fellow Marist of Champagne. According to the United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres said, time is running out, but it is not too late. It is our obligation to do everything to stop this ecological crisis before it stops us. Our home, the oikos of God, is going through an ecological crisis. We are all facing a global climate emergency and the pandemic. Climate change is one of the defining crises of our time, and it is happening even more quickly than we feared. Seas are rising, and oceans are acidifying. Glaciers are melting, and corals are bleaching. Heat waves are scorching, and natural disasters are multiplying. Storms everywhere are more intense, frequent, and deadly. But we are far from powerless in the face of this global threat. There is a cost to everything that we do. But the biggest cost is doing nothing. This climate emergency is a race we are losing, but a race that we can win. The climate crisis is caused by us, and the solutions must come from us. We have tools like technology on our side, and it will require fundamental transformations in all aspects of society. How we grow food, use land, fuel our transport, and power our economies. And on the other hand, the COVID-19 pandemic has altered human behavior in profound ways, impacting human fitness and well-being. It also triggered numerous indirect effects on species and the environment. It is a stage in the process, a logical consequence of the degradation and depletion of nature. Therefore, there is a need to be proactive in fighting climate change and the effects brought about by this pandemic. As we celebrate Science and Religion Week with the theme SNR, Respond and Renew, Science and Religion responding to the challenges of the times and renewing the oikos of God, we ask everyone not only be aware of what is happening, but to become active stewards and guardians of God's creation. In this regard, different activities are in store for you this week that will surely enlighten you on what is happening around us and how to take action. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Let me tell you something. I started as a seed, then developed and sprout into an exquisite element to the globe. I bloom into a beautiful flower, and when fertilized, I can bear food, fiber, shelter, medicine, and fuel. I can absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen in return. Believe it or not, I help clean water too. All of these for you. But what did you have in return? Deforestation, overpopulation, overconsumption, tourism, pollution, all for yourselves. But it's not too late. We can make up by educating the following generations during their formative years of the following. Oxygen is a basic component of life. Oxygen produced by plants is an essential element in the process by which we produce food, fiber, shelter, medicine, and fuel. Survival may not continue as the destruction of plants and trees contribute to the flooding and the non-availability of habitats for animals and other living things or creatures. Lastly, all of these will not be achieved unless you, human beings, are well informed on what important roles we plants play in your lives as we all coexist with Mother Earth.
Good day! We are here at Marist School, and as we journey towards being a Laudato Si school and as one of the activities of the Religion and Science Week, the Office of the Community Extension Program headed by Brother Chris Cordero, Gorit FMS, will be with us today as we launch the Marist Social, Economic, and Ecological Program. Let's talk to Brother Gorit. Hello, brother.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm fine. Still alive.
Still alive. What are you doing, brother? Anong ginagawa natin ngayon, brother?
Ito, inaayos ko lang. Tinatanggal ko yung mga dahon dyan sa seedlings na to kasi pinaghahanda natin to para sa mga tree planting activities natin and addressing the ecological problem na hinaharap natin ngayon.
So itong program na to, brother, nabuo siya dahil sa anong mga rason, brother?
Unang-una, ang rason nito, bakit nakabuo tayo ng ganitong project ngayong panahon, kasi we are facing ecological crisis at may dalawang mukha ang ecological crisis natin na dinadanas ngayon. Unang-una, we are suffering with the global climate emergency, and pangalawa, nararanasan natin yung pandemic. Okay? Ang epekto nitong ecological crisis ngayon ay talagang unang-una loss of biodiversity. Meron tayong tinatawag na yung livelihood apektado. At the same time, mayroong global food scarcity.
Yes, brother.
And many people are suffering, especially poor people in poor countries are suffering due to this crisis. So that's why dito sa Marist, napag-isipan na gumawa ng hakbang para makatugon sa panawagan ngayon ng ating panahon.
I agree with you, brother. Tama naman yan. Kasi right now, we are facing a global climate emergency. And, syempre, tingnan mo, ang init-init ngayon, no?
Oo nga, kaya mahaba pa yung buhok ko.
Mahaba pa buhok natin.
Tatalian ko na lang.
Sige, magtali ka na, brother.
Kasi parang magandang hangin ngayon. No?
Oo, so as...
Pinapawisan na nga.
Oo, dahil dito sa emergency climate natin, crisis ngayon, kailangan, as a community, we have to be proactive. And with this vision, yung mga vision na sinabi mo sa amin kanina, ano po yung mga goals, specific goals na natin ngayon sa program na to?
Tama ka dyan. Kaya itong program na ito, mayroong 4 na goals. Una, promotion of integral social transformation through communitarian social enterprise program or approach. Pangalawa, to strengthen our social and environmental advocacy involvement through our linkages and networking with other institutions. Pangatlo, to transform our school campus landscape into an ecologically friendly campus. And pang-apat, to respond to the calls of Pope Francis towards becoming a Laudato Si school.
Those goals, brother, are indeed the response to the call of the times. Perhaps the realization of these goals would be in the priority programs that you have created. What are these priority programs, brother?
So, meron tayong 3 programs dito to address these goals. Una, Communitarian Social Enterprise Program. Ano ito siya? Una, vertical garden and raised bed garden. And this program aims to develop a communitarian social enterprise project for livelihood and economic alleviation of personnel and other stakeholders of this school to grow and produce high value and nutrient dense vegetables and fruits to promote sustainable natural farming technology and other livelihood projects. Pangalawa, rehabilitation and forest restoration of Marikina watershed area. So magkakaroon tayo ng tree planting and growing in Marikina watershed area. Ang purpose nito is to really restore the forest. Hindi lang tree planting, hindi lang yung reforestation, but forest restoration. And we have to propagate more seedlings of native trees, Philippine native trees, and ibibigay natin to sa ibang mga partner institutions. Kaya very important itong programang ito. Ang pangatlong programa, propagation of Philippine native trees and tropical fruit trees seedlings. This program aims to protect our common home, our environment, and our biodiversity. This is where our students, advisors, administrators, teachers, non-teaching personnel, and the brothers will work together to propagate at least 300 to 500 and more seedlings of Philippine native trees. The mechanics of this said program is seed germination and propagation will be discussed in different clusters for our students and advisors, while the Office of the Personnel Services will take care of the mechanics for the rest of the community. This program will be launched this week and will run until the end of the year. And another thing I forgot is we also want to develop the Laudato Si mini forest in the school campus to become an edible campus. And lastly, also I would like to encourage the other personnel and parents to take part of this. And if you want to volunteer for this program, very important. I want volunteers, and I want everybody to take part of this and to be committed in this project so that together we journey towards becoming Laudato Si School. Thank you very much.
Truly, these programs would require a proactive participation of the whole community. It is a response to the challenges of the times to help renew the oikos of God. Thank you so much, brother, for sharing with us your vision and mission that we as Marist need to embark in.
Maraming salamat din po.
What happened, dear humans? We are the trees that create the very air that you breathe. We try our best to clean up your pollution, inhale your carbon, provide you with food and with medicine to cure your diseases. And yet this is how you treat us? You burn us down with your silly reason of progression. You cut us down with your brutal machines, all just to feed your insatiable desire and your greed. What happened to your promise that you would protect us? You were blessed with all these God-given gifts, and instead you used them to destroy us. You want to hear the truth? You and me, we are created by God to be a family, to work together and strive for harmony. And so let me ask you again, what happened, dear humanity? Please, please, help me so we can help you. I beg you to unite and work together, because only then can you make the world a little better. I hope that you realize all that you have, your gifts, your home, your environment, before you inevitably lose them altogether. I know you can do it.